Hello everyone, welcome to CNA, the daily newspaper analysis. So today we are back with the following content of list to discuss. So let's start. The first topic says about the India's UPI and Singapore's Pay Now integrated. So what is this UPI? So if you say about the UPI, it's a mobile-based fast payment system which facilitates the customers to make round-the-clock payments instantly by using a virtual payment address. So this virtual payment address is created by the customer and the system eliminates the risk of sharing bank account details by the remitter. So this mechanism supports person to person as well as person to merchant payments and enables users to send or receive money. If I say about the Pay Now, so it's the fast payment system of Singapore enabling peer-to-peer funds transfer service, which is available for retail customers with the help of participating banks and non-bank financial institutions in Singapore. So it provides the users to send and receive instant funds from one bank or e-wallet account to another by using their mobile number. Okay, so therefore today these two companies or these two particular respective payment systems are coming together to be integrated with respective to their payment services. So this linkage will be a significant milestone for the development of the infrastructure for cross-border payments between both the countries. And it will also align with the G20's financial inclusion priorities to provide for faster, cheaper, and more transparent cross-border payments. So therefore, today we can see the good news coming in from Singapore that the UPI as well as the Pay Now has now been merged. Okay, so it will directly make an access towards easy and faster payment system towards the integration of what we can see with these two countries. So today, if this interface is expected to operationalize within a first time period, then we can see that this will make some of the instant low-cost funds transfer on even reciprocal basis without even onboarding onto some other payment system, okay, which can grow across the borders. So that's why this things wasn't news. Next, millions in Pakistan and India are at risk from flooding from glacial lakes. So recently, it has been discussed that around 15 million people across the world face the risks of sudden and deadly flooding from glacial lakes, which are expanding and rising in numbers due to global warming. And according to the new study, it has been said that more than half of those who could be impacted live in 4 countries of India, Pakistan, Peru, and China. Okay, so Peru is a country which is basically in South America. Okay, so today, if I say about this thing, which is known as the risks coming in from the glacial, that is, if I say about the glacial lake outburst flood, GLOF. So it's a type of outburst flood that is caused by the failure of a dam containing a glacial lake. So an event similar to the GLOF, where a body of water contained by a glacier melts or overflows the glacier, is called Jokul Lop. And the dam can consist of glycerine in a terminal moraine, and failure can happen due to erosion and some of the buildups of water pressure and avalanche of rock or heavy snows. So therefore, today, the increasing glacial melting because of climate change alongside other environmental effects of climate change means the regions with glaciers are likely to see increased flooding risks from GLOF, and this is especially true in the Himalayas where the geologies are more active. So therefore, recently, such things has been proved to be catastrophic in the coming times, which can impact this particular nations at the rapid way. Okay, so therefore, we can see that we have to be concerned about this glacial lake outburst floods that can threaten millions globally. Okay, next, moon dust to slow down global warming. So what is this? So recently, what we have seen that this article, which has been discussed over here, it introduces the idea of using moon dust to cool the earth and explores the feasibility and potential risks associated with the proposal. So the idea of using lunar dust to cool the earth's temperature is based on a natural phenomenon called moonlight cooling. So when a moon surface reflects the sun rays, it cools down rapidly after sunset. And scientists believe that a thin layer of lunar dust could be used to create a similar effect on the Earth's surface. And therefore, the proposal suggests launching a spacecraft to the moon to collect dust particles, which would then be transported to the Earth's atmosphere and will be released. So, what is the feasibility of this move? So, this is not a new idea. In fact, it has been proposed before as a way to combat global warming, and several studies have been conducted to explore its feasibility. So even if I say about one of the study that was published in the journal known as Earth's Future, it is estimated that a technique could reduce the Earth's temperature by around 1.5 degrees Celsius, which is a significant amount in the context of climate change. So, but we can see that there are various number of risks and drawbacks associated with this particular move. So यहाँ पे health concerns आ जाएंगे because the dust could harm the environment or respiratory health if not properly controlled. Also, it could prove threats to the aviation because the particles are abrasive and could damage aircraft engines or other machineries if they were to fall to the ground. And if I say about the feasibility of the cost, so collecting enough dust to make a significant impact on Earth's temperature would require a significant investment of resources, including launching multiple spacecraft to the moon. So therefore, today, such number of things is directly under proposal. And therefore, let's see what the researchers wants to create this dust shield in space to fight the climate change. So let's know in the coming times that what can be done with respect to this moon dust. Okay. Next, the microbiome linked to autism disorders. What is this? So in this context of this article, it is trying to establish the link between gut microbiome composition and autism spectrum disorder. So what is this autism spectrum disorder? So it's a neurodevelopmental disability that is caused by differences in the brain. So this ASD is a complicated developmental disorder characterized by difficulty in social interaction, verbal and non-verbal communication, repetitive behavior, and narrow focus on interest. So it is referred to as developmental disorder because symptoms usually appear in the first 2 years of the child. So autism is also termed as spectrum disorder because there is wide variation in the type and severity of the symptoms that people experience. So currently, we do not have got any cure or therapy available to the threat or reverse ASD. So what is the link between gut microbiome and autism? So although the researchers have still not established the etiology of ASD completely, there has been reports which say that the gut-brain axis could have prominent role in causing ASD. So today, in recent times, extensive studies on the human microbiome have been undertaken by researchers which have been supported by advances in gene sequencing technologies and high-end bioinformatic analysis. So today, if I say about this this ASD, so what is the path ahead with respect to this term or with respect to this disease? So see, recent findings suggest that fixing the gut in ASD affected children care reduce the toxic burden and help complete the required neurotransmitter system pathway. So furthermore, if I have to bring about a balance in the gut microbiome among children with ASD, then they has the potential to address various problems associated with the disease. So in short, as per the WHO, I can say that ASD affects 1 in 100 children and has a significant negative impact on the cognitive abilities and quality of life. So advanced studies have revealed that balancing the gut microbiome through approaches such as the FMT can alleviate several problems associated with ASD. So, however, there is a need to build consensus among the scientific community as well as all the stakeholders before any such actions are undertaken. Okay, so this fecal microbial transplantation is one of the regarded and one of the most promising approaches to reverse gut dysbiosis. So therefore, let's see what in the coming times we can cure this autism through this FMT or through some of the reverse transmosis. Okay, so lastly, we can see about the editorial saying about the law to raise marital age is not enough as enforcement is poor. So why these things was discussed in this editorial? Because we can see that recently the Supreme Court decision on a petition seeking to raise the marital age of women. So the Supreme Court dismissed a petition to sought to raise the minimum age of marriage of women in India from 18 to 21. And the Chief Justice of India further stated that the power to amend this particular principle lies with the Parliament, because the Prohibition of the Child Marriage Act of Prohibition of the Child Marriage Amendment Bill was introduced in the Lok Sabha in December 21, and it proposes to raise the age of marriage for women from 18 to 21. And this bill is today referred to the Parliamentary Standing Committee. So the purpose of increasing the marital age of women is to attack the poor labor force participation of young women. So around 23% of women who were in the age bracket of 20 to 24 years of age were married before the year of 18 years. Despite 18 years being the legal age of marriage, but they are married before their 18 years. So this share was more than 40% in Bihar and West Bengal. It is below 10% in states like Kerala, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, and Uttarakhand. So, however, according to the National Crime Records Bureau, only 1050 cases were registered under the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act in 2021. So, moreover, above 60% of women aged between 25 to 21 were married before turning 21. So this share is more than 70% in eastern states of Bihar and also in West Bengal. So in conclusion, if I say that it is found that despite the legal age of marriage, women being 18, even now a considerable share of women are married before their 18th birthday. And it is recommended that apart from the legal measures, young women should be empowered through educational and livelihood opportunities to raise the marital age of women around 21. So let's see what this particular bill, which came around in 2021, has for the respective women in the coming times. So once it has been made as an act after it has been passed by the respective two houses and then getting the ratification of the president, so at that point of time we can directly say that the age has been increased to 21. So therefore we can see that today there is a growing concern of the persons who are basically employed under this age group, and there is a less number of women workforce which is not very much having some number of equal share in the gender divisions. So therefore today let's see what can happen in the coming times with respective to this bill. Okay, but for today it is under the standing committee's review. Okay, so this is all for today. We have seen, so we have these 5 MCQs. Please do join, please do attempt this MCQs and do join our WhatsApp and Telegram channel for further updates. So that's all for today. Thank you and Jai Hind.